Hello! I wanted this to be a one take video, so I'm gonna do my best to not speak weird. So, as you can see from the title of this video, I'm gonna be talking about why I love video games. And my setup is a bit different today. Also, I'm facing this way because of the microphone. It does make interesting noises when I touch the table or something, so please bear with me if you hear something weird. So, I wanted to talk about why I love video games. And I have a stack of video games here. This is my collection. I think I may have a bit more somewhere scattered, but this is what I had in my room just looking at me. So, indulge. I'll bring it a bit closer so you can see the titles. Maybe you can get a hint as to what games I like and why I have these types of games. So, you can see. So, why do I like video games? It started when I was younger. I was gifted a PSP by my aunt from Australia. And the first game I ever played, I remember to this day, is called Ridge Racer 2. It's a racing game. I did not know what a PSP was, but I played the game. And then I remember there is this mall near my house. My dad would always come with me to this mall to install PSP games. Because at the time you could jailbreak games. For those who aren't aware, jailbreak basically means there's a special type of, if we're gonna do computer terms, there's this special type of Windows that's cracked so that you don't have to buy the original discs of the games. You can just install it straight into the PSP through an SD card. Oh, those were the times. I remember when my SD card would get corrupted and I'd be so sad. So, that was my start into gaming, PSPs. I still have the PSP today. It doesn't work anymore, but I think I still have it. And then I remember buying a transparent case PSP because I thought it was cool. And then after the PSP, I had an Xbox. My dad got me an Xbox, so naturally that unlocks so much more different types of games. I remember playing this game called Turok. I'm not sure if it's that, but I remember just not being able to start that game because I was so scared. You were in a jungle and there was monsters or something. Yeah, another early memory I have is trying to play BioShock. I remember starting the game and making it to the underworld, but I don't remember playing the game at all when I was young. I was so scared of the first monster. I think it was that child that kind of crawls around the ceiling. And then the big daddy, I think is what you call the main monster of the game. I was just fucking terrified of that. So I don't remember playing through those games, but if there was a game in my early career of gaming that stood out, it's definitely Red Dead Redemption. That game completely changed my life. It was. I'm just remembering the first time I played it. I played it on my white Xbox, the thick one. So you had the Xbox 360 Slim, the black one. The OG is the white one. And then I remember playing it. I think I still have a CD of it here. There you go. This one is still sealed, but wow. Those were the times. This is the Game of the Year edition, so it comes with Red Dead Redemption and then it comes with Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. You might think that's kind of a weird concept. Why would Rockstar suddenly have a cowboy zombie game? But it kind of worked. Honestly, the plotline wasn't that bad. It was a scary game. It was just RDR, but they added the people were zombies, so it was a very interesting concept to have the undead show up in the Wild West. So, and then you get to play as zombie marksman at the end of it, so why not? They indulged in their imagination and then they got a very interesting game out of it. See, winner of 160 Game of the Year awards. They won so much. RDR is just that game, bro. Just the story, the gameplay. I think the story and the music is such a big factor as to why this game became so successful. It's fantastic. Even the second game, if I'm not mistaken, also broke a lot of records, especially during opening week once the game was released. So, I guess at a young age, I was just very impressed with the impact that these games could have on someone. It doesn't matter what your age is. What matters is you go through the story and it's amazing. And I think okay, I wanted to compare it with movies. Movies are great, but the thing with video games is you genuinely immerse yourself into that world. And my dad worked in the gaming industry. His close friend, who's my ninong, worked in the game industry. So I have all these copies. Well, not all. I have like a Persona and Final Fantasy CD in here that I bought, but everything else here is from my dad, from his time at Take Two. So my ninong is right. When I was looking for a job, he told me, "You only like gaming because of us." It's true. That's what I saw growing up, but I also love the impact that video games does to people. There's a lot of lessons and understandings you can get from playing video games. I heard that people who play video games are better at decision making, and I just love immersing myself in these worlds. I'm an only child, so this was my escape when I was younger, you know. And then after the Xbox, I briefly had the DS. I didn't last long with Nintendo, it's just not my thing. And I remember also owning a PS3 Slim, but I didn't really play with that one much. The one that I played with the most was the PS4. So I jumped ship from Xbox 360 to the PS4. Changed my life. Basically, majority of the games I've played in my lifetime comes from the PS4. Only recently I've started playing games with the PC because I luckily have a wonderful setup that my dad bought for me. Some parts I bought myself already, so but he was the one who bought my first PC, so and then laptop as well. And I started investing in PC and console games. So that was the end of my handheld career. I do still have a PS Vita, but I don't use it. I just have it because novelty item, and I just love the PSP. It's the one handheld device I genuinely love. Probably because when I was younger, I had the PlayStation Portable. So now that I'm a bit older, I love the idea of having a PlayStation Vita. So I have a Vita. I have a PlayStation Portable. I don't think it's working, but I have the case and everything. If I wanted to refurbish it, I probably could, but my Vita can play PSP games. So that's why I don't really buy. I didn't really bother to fix my PSP. And that's what I have now. But yeah, really, I'm just a PC gamer these days. I feel like I haven't been playing a lot of games, so lately I've been trying to finish my backlog because I'm quite busy in life, but I also don't want to let go of the gamer in me because I think that's something that I really look forward to enjoy in life. There's a lot of simplicities in life. For me, my simplicity is gaming. And then you could say, oh, gaming's so expensive, etc., etc. But it doesn't really have to be. You don't need a fantastic rig to just enjoy games or indulge in the world of gaming. People can play on their phones these days, which is amazing, by the way. People can make careers out of that. So the advancements of technology is amazing. Again, it's just a personal preference that I like the PC now. But did I answer the question why I like gaming? I think I did. I kind of mentioned it. The storyline, the impact, the lessons that you learn from gaming is amazing. You have notable games like Assassin's Creed Unity, which is probably, for me, the best AC game out there, story-wise. And historically, I remember I was gonna say French government. No, I don't think the French government, but a couple of governing bodies in France said that they use AC Unity to teach kids about history. And I believe there was a point where Ubisoft modeled ancient Greek buildings, and they did the same in the World of Unity as well, because they replicated the Cathedral of Reims. I think they did in Notre Dame as well. And then there was a very brief moment where the Eiffel Tower was there, but it was kind of like a fast forward sequence, but they still modeled it. So you can bring Paris and Greece, all these AC universes to people's screens and then teach them a bit about history. So video games are beautiful because they could be for fun, they could be entertainment, they can be silly, weird, they can be educational, they can be everything. Like, it's like movies. I'd say the difference is, well, just like movies, both take time, both have their own resources that you have to build in order to get it to work. But as long as you have a good story and it's meaningful, I'm sure people would eventually like the game that you put out there, right? So that's why I love video games. Stories, immersion. Again, I'm an only child. I didn't really have much to explore when I was a young kid, so I'm just happy that my dad did buy me the PS4 when I asked for it. So nice. But that's where I have fun, and I really want to be able to work in gaming full time. I really want to have the opportunity to do so, even if it's not making the games or promoting the games. If it's content, sure, that's where my heart's at. But okay, I think I'm closing into like 12 minutes. I really I don't want to go over 15 minutes, so I think I will briefly show you some of my favorite cases here. So I've got my Persona Royal cases. Persona is one of the best JRPGs out there, bro. You have to try Persona if you're into JRPGs or just wonderful cast, story-rich game. And the music, I'm telling you, the music in this game, I'm obsessed. It's so good. I listen to it every now and then if I have to focus on something or if I'm just on a walk. The main song is so good. Everything else is also so chill. So I have 2 steelbooks because I bought the original Persona 5, and then I think a year later they came out with Persona 5 Royal. So I remember buying this during the pandemic. That is when this came out. And then it came with a steelbook, and I was so happy because I thought when you bought it, it only was the steelbook. So I still have the CD here too. I thought it was just a steelbook, and then it came with this also. So I was just overjoyed. It's more Persona content. But I think the OG steelbook is pretty cool. Do I still have the CD? Yeah, I think I do. Of course I do. No, I don't. Yeah, no. I sold the game already. There. Persona 5. Blam. But then I do have another one because I remember telling my best friend that I sold my Persona 5 this one. So I said, oh, I'm so sad because I really want to play it again. She bought it for me again, so I think it's in my room. So I have 4 cases of Persona 5. So my friends are so sweet. Thanks, Yeti. What else do I have? And this one is also my favorite, the Final Fantasy one. Dude, Final Fantasy 15 is one heck of a world, bro. One of the best games ever. They hyped the fuck out of this game. I remember it was delayed, and then they came out with a couple of DLCs. I never played the DLCs anymore. I was so done with the game because I was just so set with the finale already. I was like, there's more. So there's that. Oh, an honorable mention because we're getting to 15 minutes. Is this XCOM 2 cover, which is insane. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but when you turn it a certain way, it's skulls, and when you turn it the other way, it's people's faces, which is so cool. Oh wow, it's still sealed too. Amazing. Yeah. You see, it's PC, DVD, ROM, because again, PC games used to be CDs. Now everything's digital. I miss when we had these, bro. It was so cool. Honorable mention, Evolve RIP, didn't really do well. It's because they stuck to multiplayer. Unfortunately, at the time, it just wasn't enough. Anyway, but this is me just being a nerd showing you my games. But I love games, so I will talk about games for more than an hour if you give me a good topic. Or if you just ask me about video games, I will tell you everything. I will tell you my favorite games, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I don't want this video to be too long, but that's basically why I love video games. And I'm hoping that this year may be a breakthrough for me. I have friends who tell me that I should try pushing out content, so I will do my best. I think I have a knack for it, so let's just give it a shot. This year I said, I want to try. I want to try. So, we'll try. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll get there, maybe we'll not, but at least I tried. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you learned another interesting thing about me. See you in the next video. Hopefully it's outdoors this time. Bye bye. Take care. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and just keep going.